Hey, Captain. Welcome to Captain Finance, where we empower you to achieve your financial independence in 10 years or less. In this video, I want to talk about my debt. And the reason I want to talk about debt is because I've realized from personal interactions with friends and family and all that, is debt is a really huge component of what people pay on a monthly basis. So I want to show you in this video how I am personally handling my debt and how you should think about your own debt. Realize something, personal finance is really personal. So what works for me might not work for you, but I just need you to look at it objectively. So let's jump onto my financial statement. So here, what I'm using as my SI unit is my rent. So rent is one, and then everything else is priced against my rent. So at the moment, my salary is about 2.9%, 2.9 times my rent. And I will approach this debt reduction because this is what we're looking at specifically. So let's jump onto my balance sheet. So in previous videos, I have approached, or rather, I've talked about what I am doing to generate extra income. I have specialized in trading. I've done it for the last 8 years. And what I understand is reading and basically playing in the markets, especially Forex. So that's how I'm generating my extra income. For you, it might be baking, it might be a lot of other things. Just focus on what you're interested in, what you're willing to put in time, and at the same time, what you do not mind failing until you're successful at. Okay? So for me, mine is focused towards the financial market. So what I've done is I've created a specific fund. And the purpose of this fund, or rather this asset, put money in your pocket. So the purpose of this asset is to cash flow enough to pay down my debts. So presently, my debt reduction mechanism, that's what I'm calling my asset, is putting around 0.4 times of my rent. And where it goes is it pays down the debt itself, the the interest, and then an additional payment goes to pay down the principal. So I am attacking, first of all, and this is the most important part, though it is in my expense column, it is no longer something that my salary needs to care about. And that's the most important part. The fact that my debt, especially this one, because realize something. Let's look at my liabilities. I have 3 specific debts. So the one that I am covering is this one here. Yeah. So this one here is being covered by this asset. So this is the total value of the debt, and this is the asset cash flow per month. So the asset cash flows around 4,000 a month. It pays down 2,000 for the debt that is expected by the institution that I borrowed from, and then it pays an extra 2,000 every month. So I am paying down the debt, and I'm also trying to knock it down with extra payment. So this is the main and the most important part about this video. The idea you should be thinking about is write down your debts. I'll leave this Excel in the description below. You can download it anytime for free. The idea is figure out your debts. Write them down. Say you only have 3 debts or 10 debts or 1 debt. Doesn't matter. Then figure out the monthly expense for your debt. So let's say you're paying 2,000 for your debt every month. The next thing you need to figure out is what asset can I create? Can I sell Maziwa Mala to my friends and family? You guys, I'd promote you, or rather, I'd encourage you to look for online ways of making money. I find it easier and it saves time, and time is the true commodity that we all have. And for most of us, we sell it for money. For employers and entrepreneurs and rich people, they understand that time is the true asset. So what you're creating is an asset that cash flows enough to pay your expenses so that you have time to decide what you do with your life. So back to what I was telling you. If you figure out your expenses around 2000 bob, figure out how to generate an extra 2000 to pay it down, and whatever amount on top of that to pay down the principal, so that it cuts down the, first of all, it takes it out of your salary or your current income, however you're earning your income. It takes it out of that income needing to care about this debt. And then at the same time, if you're generating an extra income, it means it's buying you more time. You're paying it earlier. So I have covered this particular debt with this particular asset. So what's the next thing I need to do? I need to create an extra income, say for this one, because that's the next obvious one. And whatever I pay for that particular debt should be covered by another asset here. And I continue doing that slowly by slowly. So at the end of the day, not only will my debt be covered by an asset that cash flows, even my expenses would be covered by an asset that cash flows. That way, slowly by slowly, I am buying back my time. I really hope this concept has probably expanded your mind, helped you think about how you should think about your side hustles. Because again, we've been taught get a side hustle, but it feels like people are more busy than productive. So your side hustles should be focused. It should be goal oriented towards paying down a current expense that you have in your life. And slowly by slowly, either build up the cash flows or build up the number of assets that cash flow. So until I see you on the next one, have a brilliant one. Please share this with a friend that would need this kind of information, this kind of logic. And I appreciate the likes and the subscriptions. Have a good one.